So Leonardo DiCaprio likes to date young women. Women is the key word here because we're talking about adults. But by the time they hit 25, he's kind of done with them. He's kind of done with them.
Let him go.
No, okay, but that's the thing. Cenk is a man, so I feel like your opinion matters less in this conversation.
I think it matters more in this conversation.
Okay, all right. Let's put his B-roll back up. Let's put his B-roll back up because I think that's.
Take Cenk off. Take Cenk off. Put Leonardo DiCaprio back on. I see you.
Okay, so before I get into any details, let me just say this. Can you blame him? I mean, if you can do it, why wouldn't you? That's the only take I really have about this. Like, I get that men will get criticized if they date much younger women. Let's acknowledge that the only men who typically can do that are men who are either powerful and wealthy, or yeah, that's pretty much it. Or are celebrities and just like really attractive or whatever. But other than that, I mean, so why, like, who cares if they're two adults? Who cares if you? And by the way, if the women he's dating know that he has a history of dumping women before they turn 25, you know what's gonna happen, right? So start squirreling some of those resources away while you're with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking out for you too, ladies.
I don't know if that's the best way to look at it. All right, so I might have some surprising views here, and we got a super fun video coming up too. But first, so Camila Morone and him apparently broke up.
Yeah.
Who's Camila Morone? I have no idea. But apparently she turned 25, so it was time to go. And there's apparently a tracker online of all of the women that Leonardo DiCaprio has dated and then left as soon as they turned 25. And the list is, to be honest, ample. It's actually kind of a bit of a stunning list, actually. It's stunning in how gorgeous the women are and how he really, really does break up with them at the age of 25. At least according to how these folks who have tracked it. I'm not personally tracking it myself.
She's the, okay, so Morone is now the 4th woman to stop dating DiCaprio after her 25th birthday, as the Oscar winner's age continues to rise like water on the Titanic.
That's really fun.
LA Times, Christy Cara's super salty over at the LA Times.
Yeah, so DiCaprio's 47 now. And remember, he was younger before, obviously. So before, if he was dating a 25-year-old, he might have been, 29, 32. It's less of a big deal, you would imagine. Anyway, so this story also forced me to look up all of his girlfriends because they were listed.
Forced you.
It forced me. There was nothing I could do because you know why? I'm a newsman. So I had to look up the news. It turns out, yeah, they're shockingly attractive. Who could have figured? Who could have figured? But all right, so now to the core of the story. Look, so were the women gorgeous? Yes. Are 25-year-olds more attractive than older women?
Let's not continue that sentence. How about we move on and not finish that thought? No, not holding on.
No, hold on. No, I refuse. I'm gonna finish the thought. And the answer is generally, no, not necessarily. So is age a factor in people finding others attractive? Sure, to some degree. And within bounds too, right? So, if you're 85, is Leonardo DiCaprio going to be hotter than you as an 85-year-old guy? Probably, okay. Weight is a factor. There's tons of factors, right? But no, there are many, many women and men who are older and much hotter. In fact, Leonardo DiCaprio is 47 years old. And is that true of women too? Of course. And so, look, I wouldn't do what Leo's doing, even though obviously I could if I wanted to, right? Okay, because I want, and when I was younger and when I heard this from people, I didn't really believe it, to be honest, but it turns out it's true. I want some degree of emotional maturity. I don't, like, if we're just having a physical relationship, okay, that's one thing, right? But if you're actually gonna date the person, you gotta be able to talk to them. You gotta have a connection, right? And so if you're perpetually dating 23-year-olds, are you really having that deep connection with them? And maybe for some of them, the answer might be yes. But I can't imagine the answer is yes for all of them.
I can definitely imagine having a very deep connection with Leonardo DiCaprio. Definitely. Even if I were 25, younger than 25. Very, very deep connection. Well, let's put the B-roll back up again. Okay. B-roll, let's look at the B-roll, everybody. No, just kidding. Except I'm not. If you want to put the B-roll up, I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. But anyway, should we show that TikTok video that caught your attention, Uygur?
Yeah, we're going to, but actually we got a poll on this too, tyt.com/polls. Interesting, appropriate URL in this case. Anyway, is Leonardo DiCaprio guilty or not guilty? Okay, he's never dated a woman over 25, guilty or not guilty. Everyone's allowed to vote, okay? Make your voice heard on this important issue in America. All right, now let's watch a hilarious TikTok video made about this.
I'm in my final Leo year. Next summer's 26. DiCaprio, please notice me so we can have 214 days of bliss. I know you dump them when they're old enough to have a doctorate, but just tell me when and where I'll save you from the bears and tell you you still got it. I'll massage your sweaty beard and single Oscar while you pick another tingle from your roster. Who you'll choose to date the day she's past 19.
Now you have my attention.
And I know that I won't always be your baby, but just let this last as long as us Scorsese.
Okay, that was okay. That was good. That was pretty funny.
Oh, okay, all right. You didn't love it. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I like that 25 is now being called your final Leo year.
No, it was funny. I liked it. I was literally laughing out loud while watching it. No, but I was actually also thinking about the advice I want to give to ladies. And it goes way beyond Leonardo DiCaprio, okay? It's mostly the advice my mom gave me, and it's the best advice I've ever gotten. Ladies, go get your money, okay? Like, and what I mean by that is be super independent to the point where you don't need a man, right? Like, you don't need anyone to take care of you. I mean, it's good to have a partner. I love that I'm married. It's like, it's one of the best parts of my life. So I'm not minimizing that. But what I do worry about is like young women who get caught up in these relationships that they think is gonna last forever. And then the guy leaves her because all he cares about is how young she is or how pretty she is. And then she's left not knowing what to do. Like, your number one priority as a woman, especially in this country, is figuring out how you can take care of yourself and how you can do it all without the help of a man, and then have fun, right? Because if you've got a good head on your shoulders and you have a good, bright future ahead of you because you're strategizing, you're planning, you're working real hard, then you get to have fun with all the F-boys out there if you want to, people like Leo. And then how about you leave him before you turn 25? How about you give him double middle finger, deuces baby, and walk out? That's what you should do. That's what I would do.
And by the way, we don't know who left who. It's possible that some of these women broke up with Leonardo DiCaprio. So I mean, probably less likely, but I'm just happy that Anna didn't say one more time, take Cenk off the screen, put the B-roll back up. All right, and I'm gonna hold you to a vote though. Last thing, guilty or not guilty? How are you voting in the poll?
Not guilty, not guilty, because we're talking about adults, right? So actually what I think is a far more provocative question, and my vote is definitely guilty on this, is if he were dating 18-year-olds, guilty or not guilty? I said guilty, what do you think?
What is this, a bear trap? What's going on here? I know all of a sudden I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio with the fighting the bear in that movie. Sure, guilty.
No, 18, like, it's not illegal, obviously, but 18, man. I've
guys,
been
look.
18. 18-year-olds are kids. They're still kids. You're still a kid. I love you. 18-year-olds these days are far more mature than 18-year-olds from like even my generation. But still, you're still a kid. You just are. You don't know it yet, but you'll know eventually.
Yeah, look, my serious answer, Anna, is look, it's weird for me to answer because I'm way too old for that crap. But I'm also not gonna hold other guys accountable. If they're above age, they're above age, man. I'm not gonna judge other people's lives if they're doing things that are legal and kosher.
So no, not even a side eye. Not even a side eye from you.
I mean, look, that's their business. They're both adults. It's their business. I wouldn't do it. It's way too young, but it depends too. Hey, 18-year-old, are you 25? Are you 35? Are you 45? What's your age, right? So
thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.